Hi, I'm Tupelo Kenyon, and today's topic is, how do you feel about inner guidance? I first compiled these ideas at Little Manatee River State Park in Florida, and this video was made at Mitri Lake on the California-Arizona border. Are you aware of how you feel throughout the day? Do you notice your moods? Either you are aware of your different feelings and moods, or you are so totally immersed in them, you can't see beyond them. Well, what's the advantage of learning how to establish and maintain an objective viewpoint from where you can witness your various feelings and moods? Before such a viewpoint is discovered within, it's easy to confuse who you are with how you feel. You are not how you feel. You are awareness, pure being, described by the phrase, I am. At this particular moment, you may be feeling angry or hopeful or confused, but that's not who you are. Notice the subtle distinction between these two ways of expression. I am angry. I feel angry. I am hopeful. I feel hopeful. I am confused. I feel confused. To further illustrate, I am awareness, pure being, and at this particular moment, I feel anger, or hope, or confusion. Don't confuse what you feel with who you are. Why is this important? Once you're able to access this awareness of pure being and identify yourself with it, you won't get carried away by whatever emotional cloud happens to be passing by. We all know people who spend most of their time in moody, sullen states of consciousness. Once they get on a roll, it's like a snowball rolling downhill, and it continues gaining momentum throughout the day. They get so totally consumed by whatever mood they're in, they're cut off from who they really are. They forget they are a point of awareness, pure being. Instead, they totally identify with the emotional cloud blowing by. To finally lose the emotionalism, they may have to wait until the end of the day so that hours of sleep can finally flush their emotional slate clean. How can people become so consumed? Well, the law of attraction is at work behind the scenes. The person being consumed by an emotion begins by thinking about something. For this example, let's say he thinks about something limiting, something that would be distracting, by taking him down a path that is not in the direction he wants to go. First, he experiences a twinge of negative emotion, alerting him to the fact that he's currently heading down the wrong direction. He dwells upon it, and his attention to it attracts other similar thoughts, which also lead him away from his true goal. The negative emotion gets a little stronger. Now, even more thoughts are attracted. They are still leading him away from his true goal, even though the new thoughts seem interesting, compelling, then captivating, and finally consuming. It can be a self-perpetuating cycle unless he recognizes what is happening and declares, enough, adjust course now.
In The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, Douglas Adams said, "If you don't change your beliefs, your life will be like this forever." Is that good news?
What about a new direction? It's easy to change directions. The difficult part, at first at least, is to notice you're heading in an unbeneficial direction and recognize that a course correction would be helpful. That's where awareness comes in. When you're able to identify more frequently and more fully with pure being, it's easier to catch these self-perpetuating cycles before they have a chance to spin out of control. You can catch them before they consume you. You can benefit from what the feelings and moods are telling you, make a course correction, and get on with your life. you continue heading in the general direction of your deepest desires without ever spinning out of control in the opposite direction. Let's play the what if game to illustrate some ideas. What if inner guidance comes through feelings? What if there's more to you than meets the eye? Much more. What if the larger part of yourself has a better vantage point than the flesh and blood part of you? What if this broader perspective of you has a more complete picture of what you truly want, as well as ways to accomplish it? What if this extended awareness always has your best interests at heart and is delighted to help you get what you want? What if, throughout the ages and all across the world, people have felt this help and have tried to describe it from within the context of their cultures and have called it inner guidance, the still small voice within, personal guide, inner master, and guardian angel?
All shapes and sizes, just like you thought, in clever disguises, young and old, bold guardians, sages of the ages. Wave it away, save it, leave it when I see it, out of my mind, can't even conceive it, but maybe before you can see it, you gotta believe it. You better believe it. Still there are angels around us. Angels around us. There are angels around us. I can hear them smile. I can hear them smile. I can hear them smile.
What if it's really very simple and the apparent complexities have emerged due to warring religious dogma and conflicting philosophical doctrines? What if your internal guidance is available to you at any moment throughout your entire life and is quick to help with your life's most important moments, as well as the most frivolous and everything in between? What if we have finally evolved to the point where our inner guidance can be accessed by each of us directly, without the intermediary step of a burning bush or a carved tablet or a psychic reader or a special book or esteemed charismatic personality, living or dead? What if our inner guidance has evolved right along with us and has devised the most direct, quickest, and clearest form of communication in order to maximize efficiency and minimize error? What if this communication from your inner guidance is simply how you feel at any given moment?
When I do good, I feel good. When I do bad, I feel bad. And that is my religion. Abraham Lincoln.
What if there are really only two signals necessary from your inner guidance, one that feels good and one that feels bad, even though there appear to be many shades of feelings, each known by different names?
You have to learn that if you start making sure you feel good, everything will be okay. Reuben stuttered.
What if each one of us chooses the overall direction of our lives by the balance of our thoughts, our predominant thoughts about each and every subject, and our inner guidance, from its wider perspective, knows when we are heading toward our heart's desire or away from them?
Sometimes my thoughts are little, even when I think I'm thinking abundant. wondering why not, instead of what I want. I want it, yes I do, oh yes I do, or maybe not. The balance of my thought reflects exactly what I've got.
What if our guides were able to let us know, in a heartbeat, if the thoughts we are currently thinking are taking us toward our dreams or away from them?
Pythagoras said, "In this theater of man's life, it is reserved only for God and angels to be lookers on."
What if thoughts in the direction of our heart's desire simply feel good? And what if thoughts out of alignment with the direction of our heart's desire simply feel bad? What if it really is this simple?
Every time you don't follow your inner guidance, you feel a loss of energy, loss of power, a sense of spiritual deadness. Shakti Gawain.
How can we use this information to enhance the quality of our lives? How could we fine-tune our methods to manifest what we want faster without the detours of what we don't want? How can we go about putting this information to work for us? What would we do if we knew it's all true? In a word, choose. Choose thoughts that feel good. Allow those thoughts to grow and blossom into other thoughts that feel even better. Whenever you feel bad, regardless of what name is used to refer to the negative emotion, ask yourself, what thoughts am I thinking right now that are taking me away from my true goals? Once identified, direct your thinking in the opposite direction, toward what you really want. Continue to deepen your identification with who you really are, awareness, pure being, so it's easy to recognize the emotional clouds blowing by. Regular meditation helps you stay centered, so the nudges coming from your inner guidance are quickly recognized and acted upon. For meditation tips, review the recent video called Simple Toning Meditation and watch for other meditation tips in future videos. Choose to learn as much as possible about all this, just in case it's all true. Expose yourself to the ideas and pay attention to how they make you feel. If they make you feel good, you're on the right track for you at this particular time. What do you have to lose? Of course, in light of the ideas in this video, that's a rhetorical question, and it would be totally counterproductive to waste any attention focusing on what you have to lose. Instead, imagine all you have to gain. You can choose to learn more, and your attention to these empowering ideas will attract more of them to you. The other videos in this Inspired on Purpose series can provide a good foundation. And from what I've been able to absorb so far, if I were to recommend only one book to help provide a quick head start on all these ideas, it's The Law of Attraction by Esther and Jerry Hicks. What about real-world application? Well, my personal experience has made a believer out of me. There's a lot to this concept of inner guidance and the law of attraction, and I would recommend it to anyone interested in personal development and living an inspired life. Although very simple, it's not necessarily easy to put into practice every moment of every day. We are all creatures of habit, and old habits die hard, even though our minds and hearts tell us it's time for a change. For me, the evolution of these ideas has been a gradual process. First, well-studied acceptance, then eventual understanding, at least partially, and occasional deliberate execution with its accompanying thrill of authentication. I'll notice the law of attraction at work in some small detail of my life, and that increases my confidence. Occasionally, I'll catch myself wallowing around in a train of thought that is making me feel bad, and I'll decide to deliberately change the direction of my thoughts. When I notice I'm feeling better, almost instantly, that increases my confidence. Sometimes I'll notice I feel especially good, so I'll remember to take a quick mental inventory of the direction of my thoughts at that moment and decide to continue in that direction on purpose. When the object of my desire manifests, that, of course, also increases my confidence. The more you do it, the easier it gets. It's really easy to do, and once you get even a little positive reinforcement through direct experience, it gets even easier. And then, the easier it gets, the more fun it gets. And the more fun it is, the more you want to do it. So it's just a self-perpetuating positive cycle. But you just have to begin. Notice when you're feeling good and think to yourself, yes, universe, more of this, please. Notice when you're feeling bad. Immediately direct your thoughts in another direction until you feel good. Once you're feeling good, think to yourself, yes, universe, more of this, please.
The motivation for all personal behavior is to produce a sense of feel good, a sense of inner peace and well-being. To expect a person to go against his desire to feel good, or as good as he can feel under any momentary condition, is illogical and irrational. Sidney Madwet.
So do whatever you can to feel good now. Always. The bottom line is that these ideas and techniques allow you to feel better and better more of the time. More of your moments are happy, content, positive, and joyful. And less of your moments are dark, sullen, and moody. Your entire life is nothing more than the collection of your moments. If more of your moments keep getting better and better, look what that does to your life. These moments are the journey. The destination you choose, whatever it is more easily and more quickly attainable when the moments of your journey are joyous. So why not put these ideas into practice? How does it feel? Maybe it's all as simple as that. How does it feel right now? That's your inner guidance giving you a course update from a broader perspective.
So far, about morals, I know only that what is moral is what you feel good after, and what is immoral is what you feel bad after. Ernest Hemingway.
If it doesn't feel good, ask yourself, in what direction can I deliberately steer my thoughts so that I can feel better now? How do I feel now? What thought feels better? How about now? What feels better? And now, what's better? Now, better? I'm Tupelo Kenyon. Thanks for tuning in, and remember to celebrate life.
Not exactly seeing clearly, and not sure what I'm hearing. But one thing's for certain, I'll continue to listen. Like a whispered feeling that sings, waiting patiently at the wings, like the dawn of recognition of what I've been missing. There are angels around us. There are angels around us. There are angels around us. I can hear them smile. Smile. I can hear them smile. Larger than life, but just a pinpoint of light. Right here at hand, but far away in the night. Can't put my finger on something so slow. Quick as an arrow, soft as a flower, quivers with love, trembles hard with power. You think you believe it, but you really wanna know that there are angels around us. Angels around us. better be